Now let's take a look at balancing nuclear reactions. So in nuclear reactions, we need to be concerned about the number of protons and the number of neutrons in our reaction. We want to make sure that the top number and bottom number are going to be equal across an equation. And that'll make more sense as we go through these. We want to determine that top number and bottom number of any missing isotopes. So typically it's something it's more like a fill in the blank type thing. You know some of the isotopes, but not all of them in the reaction. You'll also use that bottom number to determine the number of protons. That's going to tell you the element type. Some other things that you need to be aware of as you're doing these balancing is symbols for neutrons. So a neutron is going to increase your A number, but it's not going to increase your Z number. So 1 over 0 for N. So that's going to help you to balance some of these. 1 over 1 is a proton, so because it increases your A number and your Z number by 1. Your helium particle for 2, or for 2 alpha. So this is your alpha particle, can be written as either of these. Your beta particle can be written as 0, -1 beta, or 0, -1 E. So these are all going to help us to balance our nuclear reactions. So let's take a look at how we balance our nuclear reactions. So we're going to first look at our top one here. The trick for these is to treat our top numbers, so our A numbers and our Z numbers, separately. And to always look at everything on the left side of the equation versus everything on the right. So we're balancing it out. We have to have the exact same total on the top and the bottom, on the left and the right. So let's go through this. For our top numbers here, I have 9 and I have 1. I add that together because they're both positive. I get a total of 10. On the bottom numbers, I have 4 and 1, so that gives me a total of 5. So that means that over on the right, I also need a total of 10 for my top numbers and a total of 5 for my bottom numbers. So for 10, I have 4 from the alpha particle, so our helium nucleus. So what number plus 4 is 10? That's going to give me 6 for my top number. 6 plus 4 is 10. For my bottom number, what number plus 2 is 5? So that gives me 3 for my bottom number. So that's the Z number. Remember, our Z number is our number of protons. So we can look on our periodic table and find lithium element number 3. Now, when we're doing these, we're going to have to be careful about totals on each side, and we also need to be careful about our negatives because those are going to subtract from our total. So on this next problem, I have 6 and 1, so I have 7 for the top, 3 plus 0, 3 for the bottom. So I have 0 plus 4 plus what equals 7? It's going to give me a 3. Negative 1 plus 2, so that's a total of 1 plus 2 is going to give me 3. So always double check. 0 plus 4 plus 3 is 7. Negative 1 plus 2 is 3. 3, 2. Element number 2 is going to give us helium. So go through each of these. Now, pause your video, and then you'll check your answer in just a moment. So you should have finished all of these balancing. Now you can check your answers for each of these values. So each of these are written on the slide.